In a realm cloaked in eternal darkness, far from the radiance of heaven, there dwelled 7 sinister rulers, the dark princes of the underworld. Each one controlled a corner of this shadowy kingdom, spreading chaos and leading humanity down harmful paths. The first among them was Lucifer, the spirit of arrogance. He lived inside a towering palace where every surface reflected his image, allowing him to constantly admire himself. Lucifer was a master of stirring pride in people's hearts, making them believe they were better than those around them. Because of him, simple disagreements among friends and family turned into bitter rivalries as people constantly tried to outshine one another. Next came Leviathan, ruler of jealousy, who wandered in a dense, unlit forest that stretched endlessly. His heart was filled with longing for what belonged to others, and he whispered into ears, planting seeds of envy. Under his influence, people began to desire what wasn't theirs, possessions, relationships, and status, leading to resentment, theft, and broken trust. The third prince, Satan, governed over fury. His fortress blazed with fire and echoed with thunder. Quick to anger, he delighted in turning small issues into massive quarrels. A spilled drink, a lost toy, a harsh word, under Satan's touch, these sparked arguments, violence, and even war. Mammon was the fourth, the prince of greed. Deep underground, he sat atop mountains of wealth, gold coins, jewels, and treasures beyond measure. He whispered into hearts, convincing them that happiness came from having more. As people hoarded and refused to share, love grew cold and loneliness spread. The fifth prince was Belphegor, the spirit of laziness. He lay in a quiet cave, wrapped in comfort, doing nothing. His words made effort feel like a burden and rest feel more rewarding than purpose. Because of him, responsibilities were neglected, tasks were left incomplete, and growth came to a halt. 6 came Beelzebub, the gluttonous prince who dwelled in a sugar-filled castle made of cakes and sweets. He could never stop consuming, and neither could those who listened to his urges. His influence led to overindulgence, wasted food, and the forgetting of gratitude and discipline. Finally, there was Asmodeus, the prince of unchecked desire. He moved through clouds of enchanting fragrance and seductive lies. He made people chase pleasure at any cost, forgetting the value of respect, boundaries, and true love. Friendships were damaged, hearts were broken, and trust faded. But then, in the midst of this deep darkness, a radiant light pierced through. It was the light of Jesus Christ, the Savior from heaven. He brought with him a message of hope, grace, and truth. He taught the people kindness instead of pride, contentment in place of envy, peace over anger, generosity over greed, diligence instead of sloth, balance in eating, and love that respected others deeply. As his teaching spread, the lies of the 7 dark princes were exposed. People began to change. They grew thankful for what they had, forgave quickly, shared freely, worked with purpose, enjoyed meals with care, and treated each other with dignity and real love. Little by little, the darkness began to retreat. The power of the 7 princes weakened, and where once there was sorrow and strife, now there was joy, unity, and light. Jesus had brought heaven's love to earth, and through him, people were set free to walk in the light of God's kingdom once more.